In a world where cultural diversity is as rich as it is vulnerable, many languages teeter on the brink of extinction. Today, we explore the top 10 most endangered languages and the unique cultures they represent, each with its own story and legacy at risk of being lost forever. The power of language goes beyond communication; it carries the identity, history, and traditions of a people. As globalization expands, many lesser-known languages are facing the threat of extinction, taking with them irreplaceable cultural knowledge. This journey through the world's most endangered languages is not just about words, but about preserving the diverse tapestry of human heritage. 1. Ainu, Japan. Ainu, once spoken by the indigenous Ainu people of Japan, particularly in Hokkaido, as critically endangered. Its distinct linguistic structure makes it a linguistic isolate. Cultural significance. The language is a repository of Ainu folklore, oral history, and traditional practices that are key to understanding their rich cultural heritage, distinct from mainstream Japanese culture. Preservation efforts. Recent efforts include language revitalization programs, cultural festivals, and museums. Japan's recognition of Ainu as an indigenous people in 2008 has also bolstered efforts to preserve and revive the language and its culture. 2. Yagan, Chile. Yagan, historically spoken by the Yagan people of Tierra del Fuego, is nearly extinct, with only a few elderly native speakers remaining. Cultural significance. As a language isolate, Yagan carries unique insights into the maritime culture of the Yagan people, their cosmology, and their deep connection to the harsh, sea-dominated landscapes of southern Chile. Preservation efforts. Efforts to document and preserve Yagan include recording the language with the remaining speakers, compiling dictionaries, and incorporating Yagan words and stories into cultural and educational activities. 3. Cherokee, United States. Cherokee, an Iroquoian language, is one of the few Native American languages with a significant number of speakers, yet it remains endangered. It is spoken in parts of Oklahoma and North Carolina. Cultural significance. Cherokee language and syllabary, developed by Sequoia, are crucial to maintaining Cherokee traditions, oral histories, and cultural identity. Preservation efforts. There are numerous initiatives, including immersion schools for children, community language classes, and digital resources like smartphone apps, to encourage language learning and preservation among the Cherokee people. 4. San, Botswana, Namibia. The San languages, particularly Ko, are known for their complex click consonants and are spoken by the San people. They are among the most linguistically diverse and complex languages in the world. Cultural significance. The San languages encapsulate the rich oral traditions, knowledge of flora and fauna, and the unique hunting practices of the San people, one of the oldest cultures in the world. Preservation efforts. Preservation includes linguistic documentation, educational programs that integrate San languages, and efforts to raise awareness about the linguistic and cultural diversity of the San people. 5. Hawaiian, United States. The Hawaiian language, Alelo Hawaii, indigenous to the Hawaiian Islands, saw a severe decline in speakers but has been experiencing a revival since the 1980s. Cultural significance. Hawaiian language is central to understanding Hawaiian mythology, chants, and hulas, and is a key part of the indigenous Hawaiian identity and culture. Preservation efforts. Revival efforts include Hawaiian language immersion schools, Panana Leo university language programs, and the use of Hawaiian in media and technology. These efforts aim not only to revive the language but also to strengthen Hawaiian cultural identity. 6. Ladino, Israel, Turkey. Description. Ladino, also known as Judeo-Spanish, is a Romance language that evolved from Old Spanish, spoken by Sephardic Jewish communities. Its use has significantly declined since World War II. Cultural significance. Ladino preserves the linguistic heritage of the Sephardic Jews, reflecting their history, traditions, and the diasporic experiences following their expulsion from Spain in 1492. Preservation efforts. Preservation of Ladino includes academic programs, cultural festivals, and musical events that celebrate and promote the language. There are also efforts to record and archive the language through oral history projects. 7. Manx, Isle of Man. Manx, a Gaelic language native to the Isle of Man, experienced a revival in the 20th century after being declared extinct as a native language in the 1970s. Cultural significance. Manx is a crucial part of the Isle of Man's cultural identity, embodying its folklore, traditional music, and history. The language revival is closely tied to the island's cultural renaissance. Preservation efforts. The revival of Manx includes language immersion schools, Bunskoil Gaelga, adult language courses, and cultural events. The Isle of Man government also supports the language through media and educational resources. 8. Kalaalleq, Greenland. Kalaalleq, or West Greenlandic, is the official language of Greenland but faces challenges due to the influence of Danish. It is part of the Inuit language family. Cultural significance. Kalaalleq is central to Greenlandic identity and is vital for the preservation of local cultural practices, traditional knowledge, and oral literature. Preservation efforts. Preservation strategies include promoting the use of Kalaalleq in education, media, and government. There is also an emphasis on documenting and standardizing the language to adapt it to contemporary usage. 9. Scottish Gaelic, Scotland. Scottish Gaelic, once widely spoken in Scotland, has experienced a significant decline in speakers but has seen a resurgence of interest in recent years. Cultural significance. Gaelic is an integral part of Scottish heritage, central to understanding Scotland's history, folklore, and traditional music. It offers a connection to the ancient Celtic culture of the region. Preservation efforts. Efforts to revive Scottish Gaelic include Gaelic medium education, television and radio programming in Gaelic, BBC Alba and Radio Nan Gaedheal, and cultural initiatives like festivals and Gaelic learning resources. 10. Tuvan, Russia. Tuvan, spoken in the Republic of Tuva in Russia, is famous for its throat singing or kume. The language has a rich oral poetry tradition and is closely tied to the nomadic lifestyle of the Tuvan people. Cultural significance. Tuvan language and music are deeply connected, with throat singing being a unique cultural treasure that expresses the Tuvan people's relationship with their environment. Preservation efforts. Preservation of the Tuvan language and culture includes promoting Tuvan music and throat singing internationally, local education in the Tuvan language, and efforts to document and study the language and its traditions. These 10 languages, teetering on the edge of extinction, are more than just systems of communication. They are living embodiments of diverse human experiences and wisdom. Preserving these languages is not just about saving words, it's about safeguarding the cultural richness and diversity of humanity.